What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back to another episode of City Talk, the series where we do an episode once a week talking all things Man City and football related in general. Once again, we've got some questions from you guys to talk through. We're going to be discussing the Southampton game that went on over the weekend, and we're going to be looking forward to the FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal at Wembley this weekend. So much to talk about. You guys, again, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comment section down below if you've got any answers to the questions that I'm going to be answering today. Also leave those down below, and don't forget to smash a big thumbs up on the video if you did enjoy. But we're going to kick things off with a preview, well sorry, a review I should say, of the Southampton game that went on over the weekend. We travelled to St Mary's, we came away with a 3-0 win. I believe in this time last week I predicted a 3-1 win. I didn't trust us to keep a clean sheet, and that is something that we did do. That, you know, with Bravo in between the sticks, I was very pleased with. But the performance in general, absolutely fantastic. We controlled the game from start to finish, goals coming from Vincent Kompany, who was absolutely delighted to get on the score sheet, as everyone else was for him. He's had a tough time recovering from injury, and it's fantastic to see him coming back into the team a bit more regularly and playing the full 90 a game. But Kompany got the first goal. The second goal was an absolutely stunning counter-attack finish up by Leroy Sané with De Bruyne at the heart of it, and then the third goal came from Sergio Aguero, who's on a fantastic run right now in the Premier League. He is the only player this season to score in 5 consecutive Premier League games, which is some achievement when you consider the form of people like Harry Kane, Diego Costa and the likes of him. So fantastic performance. I think there was a couple of periods in the game where we controlled the game a lot to begin with. Then Southampton had the best chance, it felt, to do so. Tadic, who blazed over when he had a lot more time than I think he thought he had. But it's one of those games, I think, as soon as we got that first goal to put us ahead, the game was always going to open up because we were controlling the game. Southampton were defending well, but when that first goal went in from Kompany, it was just, like I said, Southampton had to come out a bit more, and we just managed to put the game to bed, thankfully. So very pleasing performance, and hopefully we can carry that into our next game in the FA Cup against Arsenal. We're now going to move on to a couple of questions from you guys. The first one is coming in from Thomas Indrix. So I believe actually had a question read out a couple of episodes ago, but it's 2 questions in one. Who is your Man City Player of the Year? And he also asks, who is your Premier League Player of the Year as a whole? And I'm going to answer the Premier League one as a whole first. There's 2 contenders for me, really. It's either got to be N'Golo Kante or Eden Hazard. Both have been absolutely sensational for Chelsea, who only 4 points clear at the top now after they got beaten by United yesterday. Unfortunately for us, they closed the gap on us as well. But focusing on the question in hand, I think it's between those 2. For me, I'd give it to Kante. I think he's been absolutely extraordinary in the middle of the park for Chelsea. I think he does the job of 2 men there. He's been, I mean, when you consider that Leicester won the league with him last year, and I think he's been the difference again this year. I think in games where Chelsea have seen out 1-0 wins, things like that, 2-1 wins maybe, he has been a key in the middle of that park, and he's also come up with some key goals as well. Not scored many goals, but when it's been called upon, he has produced the goods, and he's just been so consistent for them. For me, he'd get my vote. N'Golo Kante been absolutely sensational. But when it comes to Man City's Player of the Year, it's difficult because we've not had a stellar season. Obviously, we're fighting for that 4th place. Still, I don't think there's been many standout players. For me, it probably goes down to either between... There's a couple, really. I'd say Sterling's had a great season for us on that wing. I think he's had his best season, one of his best seasons in the Premier League. He's been fantastic for us. Sané, for his first season, he has, of course, been nominated for the Young Player of the Year, which we're going to talk about a bit later on. Aguero's got a lot of goals this season without being exceptional, in my opinion. And David Silva is another one that I think has had a fantastic season. But I think I'm going to give it to David Silva. I think he's been consistently very good. It's difficult though, like I say, I'm even as I said to you talking, I'm torn whether to give it to Silva or Sané, because Sané, in fact, yeah, change of mind at the last minute, I'm going to say Leroy Sané, because I think, bearing in mind it's his first season in the Premier League, he's been fantastic when he's come into the team. He didn't start in the team and he's worked his way into it, and when he has got in there, I think he's been absolutely sensational. One of our most dangerous players when he gets the ball, not afraid to drive at defenders, and he's often the catalyst to anything good that happens when we're playing. So for me, Leroy Sané, but it is a very difficult decision to make. I'd be really interested to know who you guys think has been the player of the season. Like I said, for me, Sané's going to get it, but no one has been amazingly outstanding, so it's very difficult. So like I said, let me know who you think should get it. Be very interested to hear. The next couple of topics are going to be based on transfer rumours, and the first one is going to be talking about Alexis Sanchez. I've had so many comments saying, do you think we're going to sign Alexis Sanchez? Do you think we're interested in Alexis Sanchez? Do you think he'd come? I think, to answer firstly, I think we'd be stupid not to be interested in Alexis Sanchez. He's a fantastic, fantastic player if he becomes available. Pep Guardiola, of course, has got previous with him when he was at Barcelona. I think he fits the ethic that he wants to get with the players in the team, where he works hard going forward and backwards. So I think he'd fit into the team very, very nicely. I think we'd be interested in him, definitely. But will Arsenal sell to Man City? Of course, they've got a long, long history of selling to us the likes of Nasri, Sanya, Clichy, Kolo Toure, lots and lots of players have made the move from Arsenal to Man City. However, will this be too big of a move for Arsenal? I think if they're going to get rid of Sanchez, I think they'd want to sell him abroad. They don't want him coming to another team in the Premier League where he could potentially do damage. And I think PSG are another team that are linked with him. So would Arsenal sell to Man City? I would be very, very surprised. But I still think we should chase after him. I think he's going to be one of those players, if we could get him in, he could be another piece to the jigsaw. And I think a lot of people, along with myself, think we need some more striking options. We've currently got Jesus, Aguero, Iheanacho. I think if we were to get Sanchez in there as well as a main striker, that would be an incredible signing. Of course, could play on the wings as well. So I think we should go for him. Will we sign him? I think it's going to be very, very difficult, because I'll be very shocked if Arsenal sold to another Premier League team. And also, there is talk of the fact that Wenger could be stepping aside and maybe a guarantee of a better manager at Arsenal, like a world-class manager, someone the likes of Allegri comes in, maybe to get Ozil and Sanchez to stay, because obviously Ozil's another player that's linked away a lot as well. So, do I think we should sign Sanchez? Yes, I think he's the kind of player we should be going after. Do I think Arsenal will sell to us? No, I'd be very surprised if they did, to be honest. Keeping on with the transfer talk, the next one is going to be discussing Ederson or Rulli, both goalkeepers that have been linked with Man City. And I was looking into this, and Geronimo Rulli, currently playing for Sociedad, he's a player that we bought, loaned out to Sociedad, and then we seem to have sold him to Sociedad in January. So I'll be very, very surprised. Everyone's always commenting, do you think we should sign Rulli or Ederson? For me, I think if we were going to sign Rulli, we wouldn't have sold him to Sociedad on a permanent in January, because that's what's happened. We loaned him out, and Sociedad made the move permanent in January, so that isn't going to be happening. Ederson is looking a lot more likely. A lot of people have been commenting saying that apparently it's a deal that's already been done over the phone. It's a deal that just needs to be written up in paperwork at the end of the season. He's not a goalkeeper that I know particularly a lot about, to be honest. He plays for Benfica. I know on FIFA he's had a couple of special cards this year, and when I was doing a bit of research on him, he does seem to fit that mould again that Pep Guardiola wants. He's quite good with his feet. He comes out a lot. He's a good rushing keeper, so maybe that's the kind of fit that we want. But like I say, I don't really know enough about him to say whether it'd be a fantastic fit. Of course, we've got Joe Hart potentially. Well, Joe Hart, we will be coming back from loan. Whether we're going to sell him or not is still, yet to be decided. But Ederson looks like it's going to be the one, to be honest. Like I say, a lot of people reckon that it's a done deal, just needs to be done up in paper, and hopefully, if he does come, he can be a good fit and can do a job for us. But like I say, I don't really know enough about the guy to really comment. If you watch Liga NOS, I'd be really interested to know, actually, if you've seen Ederson play regularly for Benfica. If he looks good, do you think he'd fit in at Man City? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, just a quick mention for Leroy Sané. I mentioned a player of the year earlier on. Leroy Sané has, of course, been nominated for the Young Player in the Premier League, the Young Player of the Year. He has had an exceptional season, like I was saying earlier. It's his first year in the Premier League. He's showing all the signs of being a top class player. He's got the agility, the pace, the strength, the physicality about him. He really has had a fantastic season. And like I said, I think when we played well, he has been a key part of that, with that pace out on the on the wing, and also the ability to make things happen as well. So he has got nominated. Do I think he's going to win the award? Probably not. I think I'll be very, very surprised if Dele Alli didn't win that award. He has had a fantastic season for Spurs. They're closing the gap on Chelsea. I mean, if they were to take that down to the wire, it would be incredible. But Dele Alli's, of course, been a massive part of that success, and I'd be extremely shocked if he wasn't to win it. And even if he didn't, I think someone like Jordan Pickford you could perhaps put up there alongside with Sané, who's had a fantastic real debut season in the league. So Sané, I think it's fantastic that he's been nominated, fantastic that he's getting a nod of approval from everyone saying that he's had a fantastic season. But do I think he's going to win it? No. Hopefully he can just build on this next season and keep on going from strength to strength to strength. Again, let me know in the comment section down below who you think is going to win the Player of the Year and who you think is going to be the Young Player of the Year as well. I'd be really interested to hear, again, all your opinions on that one. And to end off this episode of City Talk, we're going to be previewing the game on Saturday. I think it's Sunday, actually, the game against Arsenal. It's the FA Cup semi-final, of course, taking place at Wembley. Arsenal, a team right now that are in turmoil. Wenger is the main reason why a lot of the fans want Wenger out. The players supposedly not playing for him. However, it is not going to be an easy game at the weekend. Arsenal will be up for it. Wenger will want to go out on a high. He'll want to win a trophy to see out his tenure, because in my opinion now he is as good as gone. I think he will be stepping aside at the end of the season, and I think he'll be saying to his players, if we can win the FA Cup, at least it will be some silverware to me to go out on. So it's not going to be an easy game. However, if we play like we have been lately, we've been in very good form. I do fancy us to get the job done. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. And once again, I repeat, I said this last episode, I hope Caballero starts. In the past, he's been our cup goalkeeper, and he has just been, I mean, Bravo started the last 2 games, which has really surprised me. I hope Caballero gets the nod again for this cup game. But hopefully we can play our game. Arsenal are a team that traditionally I feel like we do struggle against, because since we've been a top team in the league, our game has been based on keeping the ball for the main part of possession football, and I think we always look a bit uncomfortable when a team has more possession than us. I mean, you play Arsenal, that is something that can happen, of course, but I think it's going to be a tough game, but I do fancy us to get the job done, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Man City prediction for that game. Again, leave your predictions for that game in the comment section down below, and that is just about going to wrap up this episode of City Talk. So let me know anything that you've got to say about the questions that I've answered today in that comment section down below. Any questions that you've got for the next episode, again, leave those down below. Leave a big thumbs up if you did enjoy, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video, lads, which is going to be an episode of the Road to Glory. So I'll catch you all there, lads. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday Monday. Speak to you all next time. Nidge out.
Yo, he's Nidge, plays with big games and player reviews are getting insane. He entertains while he elevates, his video quality resonates. On career mode, he got lots of vids uploading off and he's rocking it. He's got the confidence in all his commentaries. Videos range, they often vary. Got need for speed and a road to glory. Just watching vids and you know the story. The content is underrated, I'm understating, so don't ignore the